सेठी सर सुन पा रहे हैं? हेलो। सेठी सर। सेठी सर।
हेलो। हाँ सर, सुन पा रहा हूँ।
ठीक है, मैंने ये कर दिया है। और आप जितने भी गेस्ट है सबको को होस्ट
आप
बना।
अभी जरा 2-4 मिनट रुक जाओ। करीब 5 मिनट के लिए सर, है ना?
सर तो आ गए, अरुण कुमार सर आ गए हैं, मैंने कर दिया है को होस्ट सर को। सेठी सर आवाज आ रही है? सेठी सर। सेठी सर सुन पा रहे हैं?
अरे मुझे अनम्यूट करो आप, मैंने अपने आईडी पे ज्वाइन किया है, प्लीज अनम्यूट मी।
आप कौन से आईडी से एक और?
मेरे नाम से ज्वाइन किया है मैंने।
ठीक है, मैंने आपको भी को
इसको कर
होस्ट
दो आप
बना दिया है।
अनम्यूट।
ये आपको को होस्ट बना दिया है। बस आप जिस जिसको आप हो उनको आप अनम्यूट करने का पावर आपके पास है।
हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल।
हाँ,
एम आई
यस।
ऑडिबल?
ऑडिबल ऑडिबल।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
एक संध्या मैम नहीं दिख रहे मुझे इसमें। गायत्री मैडम को मैंने कर दिया है।
मैडम हो गया आपका? हाँ मैडम, नीचे सर के उस पर चले जाइए, वहाँ वाईफाई होगा, ऐसी लेकिन पासवर्ड नहीं होगा आपके पास ना उसका। आप इससे कर लीजिए मैडम, मेरे इससे कर लीजिए बैठ के लगा करके। जब मेरी बारी आएगी तो आप बैठ जाना, है ना? ऐसा कर लीजिए।
सीडी सर, मैंने यूट्यूब का लाइव भी शुरू कर दिया है।
सर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं राकेश सर?
हाँ हाँ संध्या मैडम सुन पा रहा हूँ।
सर यहाँ आवाज नहीं आ रही।
गेस्ट गेस्ट के नाम बता दीजिए ना एक बार तो मैं।
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही।
हेलो।
एक मिनट मैडम आप।
हेलो संध्या मैम।
हेलो राकेश सर, गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
आवाज आ रही मेरी?
सर सर आवाज आ रही है सर।
एक्चुअली दूसरा देना।
यस सर, कैमरा भी ऑन हो गया आपका।
हेलो
हाँ बोलिए।
राकेश सर, मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना आपको?
आ रही है आ रही है। मुझे गेस्ट में और अमित सर के साथ और एक और बता दीजिए ना, इसमें तो मैं उनको भी बना दूं। अरुण सर है क्या, इसके अलावा और कोई? मुझे नाम समझ नहीं आ रहा है अच्छा।
सर हाँ सर, एक जीडी अग्रवाल सर है,
ठीक है
अरुण
अग्रवाल।
कुमार चक्रवर्ती सर है,
हाँ ठीक है।
अरुण कुमार चक्रवर्ती सर
हाँ वो
और
कर
अशोक
दूंगा।
कुमार राय सर।
अशोक कुमार राय सर, ओके, अशोक कुमार राय सर भी आ चुके हैं। सर
सर मुझे आवाज क्लियर नहीं है, एक 2 मिनट मेरे फोन से आवाज नहीं आ रही क्लियर।
हाँ, अशोक गुड मॉर्निंग, मैंने को होस्ट कर दिया है आपको।
आवाज आ रही है?
हेलो
अनम्यूट कर रहा हूँ, ऊपर भी अनम्यूट करने के लिए।
हेलो
हाँ बोलिए।
हाँ सर, अब आवाज आ रही है ना मेरी?
हाँ आवाज आ रही है।
हाँ बोलो। अनिल सर को अनम्यूट कर दो। हाँ
सर मुझे उधर की आवाज नहीं आ रही है, बहुत कम आ रही है।
सेठी सर, सेठी सर।
हेलो।
हाँ, और कोई अपने गेस्ट या कोई हो तो आप को होस्ट क्रिएट कर देना, मैं थोड़ा सा ड्राइविंग कर रहा हूँ।
किसके अंदर आपको तो बोलना ही है मैडम, सुनना आपकी एक्सपीरियंस भी लगा लीजिए मैडम इधर।
हेलो
राकेश सर, आवाज आ रही मेरी?
हाँ मैडम,
राकेश
आ रही
सर,
है आवाज आपकी।
अच्छा अच्छा।
हाँ क्लियर आवाज है।
जी सर, मुझे नहीं आ रही थी इसलिए।
नहीं नहीं, आवाज क्लियर है। जीटी अग्रवाल सर भी आ गए हैं।
सर
मैं वो होगा इको होगा फिर सिर्फ बैठ जाएगा सामने की तरफ से, इससे इको होगा यहाँ से।
सीटी सर, यहाँ थोड़ा नेटवर्क इश्यू है मेरे पास, तो अगर हो तो उधर से भी आप करते रहा है।
ठीक है सर। राकेश सर, स्टार्ट करना चाहिए क्या? सभी लोग हम ज्वाइन हो चुके हैं।
हाँ कर लीजिए मैडम, ज्वाइन चालू कर सकते
जी सर।
गायत्री मैम शुरू कर सकते हैं आप?
सर का ज्वाइन हो जाए, अवस्थी सर के लिए रुके हुए हैं, कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल। श्री वैष्णव वाणिज्य महाविद्यालय द्वारा आयोजित वेबिनार में आप सभी का तहे दिल से स्वागत है। एनईपी 2020 इफेक्टिव एंड एफिशिएंट यूज ऑफ डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी वेबिनार के संदर्भित विषय में अनुभवी मार्गदर्शक के रूप में आज हमारे बीच उपस्थित है प्रथम सत्र के कीनोट स्पीकर इंदौर डिवीजन लाइब्रेरी एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट जीडी अग्रवाल साहब, द्वितीय सत्र के कीनोट स्पीकर के रूप में आईआईएम इंदौर के लाइब्रेरियन डॉक्टर अमित कुमार चक्रवर्ती सर, तृतीय सत्र के लिए उपस्थित है साइंटिस्ट ई इंचार्ज ई डॉक्टर अशोक कुमार राय सर। मैं आप सभी का इस वेबिनार में तहे दिल से अभिनंदन करती हूँ, स्वागत करती हूँ। हमारे बीच और भी लोग उपस्थित हैं। श्री वैष्णव विद्यापीठ विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति डॉक्टर उपेंद्र धर सर, महाविद्यालय के शासी निकाय के अध्यक्ष श्री मनोहर जी बाहेती सर, महाविद्यालय के शासी निकाय के सचिव श्री देवेंद्र जी नागर साहब, महाविद्यालय के हमारे यशस्वी प्राचार्य डॉक्टर परितोष अवस्थी सर, कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑफ द वेबिनार प्रोफेसर विभोर एरन सर, सभी उपरोक्त आगंतुक अतिथि, प्रतिभागी, साथीगण और प्यारे विद्यार्थियों, आप सभी का हृदय के अंतरतम गहराइयों से महाविद्यालय के इस वेबिनार में स्वागत है, अभिनंदन है। मित्रों, किताबें ही जीवन का आधार होती है। वर्तमान दौर में टेक्नोलॉजी के बढ़ते उपयोग ने डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी के महत्व को भी बढ़ा दिया है। नवीन शिक्षा पद्धति के अंतर्गत हम कैसे डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी का एफिशिएंट और इफेक्टिव यूज कर सके, इसी बात को मद्देनजर रखते हुए आज का यह वेबिनार आयोजित किया हुआ है। पुनः आप सभी का मैं हृदय से स्वागत करती हूँ और वंदन करती हूँ और हमारे महाविद्यालय के ओजस्वी प्राचार्य डॉक्टर पारितोष अवस्थी सर से आग्रह करती हूँ कि वे स्वागत भाषण के लिए उपस्थित हैं। डॉक्टर अवस्थी सर।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. On the behalf of Shri Vaishnav Commerce College, I welcome our today's all speakers, Dr. D.D. Agrawal sir, President, Indore Division Library Association, Shri Arun Kumar ji Chakravarti, Librarian IIM Indore, and Dr. Ashok Kumar Roy, E-Scientist Analysis, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, for today's webinar on the topic of National Education Policy 2020, effective and efficient use of digital library. I also take privilege to welcome Dr. Upender Dhar sir, Vice Chancellor Shri Vaishnav Vidyapith University, under whose guidance and support this webinar has been organized today. From this platform, I would like to inform you that this institution established by Shri Vaishnav Trust is contributing to the field of commerce education from last 56 years and is a renowned and leading institution. This college is progressing and reaching highest under the strong leadership of Purushottam Das ji Pasari, and is the chairman of Trust Board and also the Chancellor of Shri Vaishnav Vidyapith University, Honorable Shri Purushottam Das ji Pasari. I would like also and the Secretary Shri Ji Nagar, which their endless efforts and this college is progressing in the field of commerce education. At last, I welcome and greet all librarians, professor, educationists present for this webinar.
धन्यवाद सर। पुनः आग्रह निवेदन कर रही हूं हमारे महाविद्यालय की गवर्निंग बॉडी के चेयरमैन श्री मनोहर जी बाहेती साहब से कि वे आए और हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। बाहेती सर।
वो शायद अभी प्रेजेंट नहीं है मैडम, आप है ना आगे आप आगे कर दें।
ओके सर। नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट वाइस चांसलर श्री वैष्णव विद्यापीठ विश्वविद्यालय डॉक्टर उपिंदर धर सर to address the participants. Please, sir. Dhar, sir.
Good morning to all of you. I would like to join Dr. Paritosh Awasthi in welcoming all the resource persons for today's webinar. As we know that we are going to discuss about various aspects, particularly the digital libraries, with reference to National Education Policy 2020. Indian education system happens to be the second largest in the world. When we achieved independence in 1947, that time we didn't have many institutions. We had around 20 universities in 1947. And around 5,000 colleges. But now in last more than 7 decades, we have come a long way. Today, we are having a large number of institutions. And so far as universities are concerned, we are having around 1,000 plus universities, 1,008 universities, and around 50,000 colleges. In 1948 itself, first committee was constituted under the chairman of Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan to suggest the ways to enhance the quality of education in our country and see how we can do things better. Till then, we were under the influence, great influence of the Britishers. So to come out of it and have our own system, this first committee was established. It was constituted, which submitted its report in 1949. And that time also, this report also talked about the importance of library. Way back in 1948-49, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan committee also emphasized on making the student, making the learner book conscious. So efforts need to be made to make students, to make learners book conscious. Then later on, in 1964, another important committee was constituted, which we call D.S. Kothari Committee. It submitted its report in 1966. Kothari report also emphasized on the role of libraries in an educational institution and emphasized on equipping the libraries well so that learners have a support system. 1986, another committee under the chairmanship of Narasimha Rao was constituted, which introduced 10+2 system in the schools. And also, even in their report, there is mention about the role of libraries in an academic institution. And now the latest committee, that is Kasturi Rangan Committee, which submitted its report 2 years back, and Government of India announced the introduction of NEP, National Education Policy 2020, on 29th of July 2020. Here again, there is emphasis on the role of libraries. In other words, consistently we have been talking and hearing about the role of libraries. Why? Because the library is considered heart of an academic institution. Academic institution can't survive, academic institution can't function without a good library. Now here only difference that we can see in the latest report, that is NEP 2020, is that there is a lot of importance, there is a lot of weightage given to technology. So this report is talking about the role of technology in enhancing the quality of education in totality. And when we say quality of education, we can't ignore the libraries. Therefore, digitization of libraries or digital libraries are going to gain more and more importance during the times to come. The connectivity between institutions and access to the students wherever they are enrolled will increase. That's why today's topic, which has been chosen for discussion, is very important, because digital libraries are going to play a very significant role during the times to come. We are going to have three kinds of institutions. First one will be the research-based or research-intensive universities. Their libraries shall have to play a very significant role, particularly for the researchers and postgraduate students. Then we'll be having teaching universities. Again, we can't teach and we can't learn without a good and rich library. And then autonomous degree granting colleges. So again, library, the common factor between all the three types of institutions will be a rich library, technologically rich library, technologically enabled library, so that there is easy access to knowledge. Because as we cannot, when we are talking about libraries, we cannot forget the contribution of S.R. Ranganathan. S.R. Ranganathan believed that libraries are not only storehouses of books, but they are the springs of knowledge. Knowledge comes out from the libraries, which are having rich literature. So this spring will be further facilitated now by technology. So therefore, with the introduction of technology and with the introduction of digital libraries, we shall have the opportunity to have better quality of education. We shall have the opportunity to deliver better quality of education. We shall have the opportunity to learn in a better way. So we have resource persons, experts in this field, and I'm sure there is a lot to learn from our knowledgeable resource persons. I would once again like to welcome the resource persons to this webinar, and I wish all the best and happy learning to everyone. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सर। किताबें ही जीवन का आधार होती है। आपने लाइब्रेरी के महत्व पर प्रकाश डाला। आपके इस वैल्यूएबल वर्ड्स सदैव हमारा मार्गदर्शन करते हैं। पुनः धन्यवाद। अब मैं आग्रह कर रही हूँ डॉक्टर संध्या पुरोहित मैम से कि वे आए और हमारे प्रथम स्पीकर डॉक्टर जीडी अग्रवाल सर का परिचय दें। संध्या मैम।
Thank you, Gayatri madam. Good morning to all. I am Dr. Sandhya Purohit, librarian, Shri Vaishnav College of Commerce, इंदौर। मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता है कि श्री वैष्णव वाणिज्य महाविद्यालय द्वारा आयोजित इस वेबिनार के प्रथम सत्र में इंदौर के ही ग्रंथपाल, इंदौर के ही नहीं अपितु मध्य प्रदेश के अत्यंत अनुभवी एवं वरिष्ठतम ग्रंथपाल डॉक्टर जीडी अग्रवाल सर का प्रत्यक्ष सानिध्य में प्राप्त हुआ है। मैं आप सब महानुभावों के समक्ष उनके विस्तृत परिचय में से कतिपय अति उल्लेखनीय तथ्य आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करती हूँ। डॉक्टर जीडी अग्रवाल सर ने लाइब्रेरी साइंस में पीएचडी की है रिटायर रीजनल लाइब्रेरियन के पद से हुए हैं और अभी वर्तमान में इंदौर डिवीजन लाइब्रेरियन एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट हैं। डॉक्टर GD अग्रवाल सर इंडियन लाइब्रेरी एसोसिएशन दिल्ली के मेंबर के रूप में भी अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं। मालवा वरिष्ठ नागरिक मंच इंदौर के मेंबर हैं। इसके साथ ही श्री दयानंद शिक्षण समिति इंदौर के मेंबर हैं। सर का प्रत्यक्ष रूप से हिंदी परिवार से भी संबंध रहा है और इसी के तहत वह हिंदी परिवार अकेडमी के मेंबर हैं। सर को बेस्ट लाइब्रेरियन अवार्ड इंदौर प्रोफेशनल स्टडीज अकादमी के द्वारा प्राप्त हुआ है। IIM इंदौर के द्वारा भी डॉक्टर अग्रवाल सर को सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। ऑल लाइब्रेरियन डेवलपमेंट वेलफेयर एसोसिएशन भोपाल के द्वारा लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड इन लाइब्रेरी साइंस से सम्मानित किया गया है। लाइब्रेरी प्रोफेशन में उत्कृष्ट कार्य करने हेतु जिला प्रशासन द्वारा डॉक्टर GD अग्रवाल सर को सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। थैंक यू। गायत्री मैम।
थैंक यू मैम। इतने अनुभवी वरिष्ठ व्यक्तित्व आज हमारे बीच उपस्थित है। मैं डॉक्टर GD अग्रवाल साहब से निवेदन करना चाह रही हूँ कि वे आए और हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। डॉक्टर GD अग्रवाल सर। डॉक्टर GD अग्रवाल सर प्लीज। डॉक्टर GD अग्रवाल सर। राकेश सर आप प्लीज देखें।
अग्रवाल सर मीटिंग में नहीं है अभी, वापस शायद रिकनेक्ट हो रहे हैं वो।
अरे गायत्री मैडम।
जी सर।
अगर वहाँ कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रही है तो हम थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ा दें, सर को बाद में ज्वाइन करा लेंगे जब वो आ जाएंगे, है ना?
जी सर बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर।
है ना? जी
जी जी जी बिल्कुल। कुछ टेक्निकल एरर के कारण हम GD अग्रवाल साहब से नहीं जुड़ पा रहे हैं। हम हमारे अगले कीनोट स्पीकर डॉक्टर अरुण कुमार चक्रवर्ती सर से निवेदन करते हैं। उसके पहले मैं चक्रवर्ती सर के इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए आमंत्रित करना चाह रही हूँ डॉक्टर अनिल शर्मा सर को कि वे आए और हमारे दूसरे सत्र के कीनोट स्पीकर का परिचय दें। अनिल शर्मा सर।
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all dignitaries. It is my honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Arun Kumar Chakravarti. He is librarian, IIM Indore, former Director General RRLF, DG National Library, India, Kolkata, Additional Mission Director, National Mission on Libraries, former librarian, Bose Institute, Kolkata, long time served as one of the IFLA Standing Committee, and he has achieved Best Librarian Award of ILA. He also published more than 60 papers in the national and international journals and organized 100 plus training programs and delivered 300 plus lectures in keynote address in India and abroad. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Arun Kumar Chakravarti, sir.
Namaskar. Good
Thanks,
morning.
Anil sir.
Good morning to all of you. I'm really thankful to the Vaishnav College of Commerce for organizing this kind of a program. What already Professor Vice Chancellor Sir Upendra has explained that what is the need for this kind of conference. Actually, it is almost 2 years the NEP has already taken up, and so we have to do that. So I'm thankful to Dr. G.D. Agarwal sir and then Sandhya madam for giving me opportunity to be associated with you in this webinar. It's a really great pleasure. And I will just tell that the outline or the wall has turned by Professor Upendra who was given that what is the need for the library and why it is important during this digital era on this, especially on national education policy. See, national education policy, it came, and after that, COVID also came. And during that time, so people have now understood what is the importance of library, because the people are not able to come in the library, but they needed resources. They need the pass out the exam and all. I think in this pandemic period, most of the libraries, even though they did not have, some of the libraries, they might not have the modern technology or kind of things, but they tried the level best to make the user access to their resources by digitizing or through email or providing remote access. Like some of the modern libraries like IITs, IIM or Bose Institute or these kind of libraries, they have opened up the entire collection to the e-resources, etc., to the users who can use access from their home and from their, I should not tell that as home, from wherever they are. Because if they are even there in the hospital or in the things, the library is always with them. So this pandemic made us to know that importance of library and how to get it to into the systems. So this was already made the digital library. And not only that, pandemic period shows that what is the strength of library or these things, because the digitization or e-resources access, the library has started maybe from the 2002 onwards, because of using 2002, the e-resources, things or e-delivery systems, that's library people professionals, they have already adopted during the period last 20 years. So in this pandemic period, see, people try to in a learning systems like exam systems or anything systems of this examination or online teaching and all, they had to cope up with the modern systems, how to reach the student. But the library is already have an opportunity, because so that means we can tell that the library is actually always ahead of the thinking of anything, because it has to be, because the library is support to your backbone, your heart of the center. So that means it has to be support the systems. So they have already made a good system. The library is already having a good systems and hybrid systems, wherever if the printed book is required, the library is supposed to can give it. If the electronic books are there, the library is supposed to can give it. Electronic resources are there, library has given. And then Ashok is there, how this pandemic period, how e-resources have been used, he also can be explained that way. So that means InfluBNet has done a lot of things to reach the people of this, Enlist, then MOOC courses, lot of these courses and everything. So that's already huge kind of digitized resources are available with us, and then it can be accessed from anywhere. So that means what I can tell that the national education policy have made it like that, the digital resources, e-resources required, but we are already on the board, because we don't need to much gear up to the systems, we need to deliver the system, because the library professionals are that much equipped with delivery of these systems. That's the most important part of the library profession. And then what it's in national education policy in some of the places, I have also told during the last 2 years back itself, that in the foreign countries and other places, we find that there is open book system, open book education, open book exams. So open book exams, this kind of things, it will be coming. You will see that the students and all, the open book exam is very, very important. And I've seen that, I saw that my students' sons doing it. The open book systems is really a great kind of things to learn, because you see what we learn and remember and then deliver in the exam, that it may be a particular portion we remember and fail, and then what is the delivering, that may not be applicable to doing it. Because in a the manual of library working or classification systems, so all these things we cannot remember everything. That means whatever is required, we have to refer to the books, or whatever information is particular resources, I should know in my sorry. So what I should tell that library-centric education systems, we have to make the library for all the vice chancellor there. They have to make it means that, see, if there is an examination, so then we should give a term paper to the students and should go to the library and get it from the information that, then there will be a huge kind of a deficiency of information gathering and information knowledge and accumulation of the knowledge. Because see, if somebody is having a headache, immediately he search on a Google and find out, oh, these are the things. Then he will think of it, oh, I might have a cancer in the brain or something. Might be simple headache, and that will Google, you will give a search and you will think of that, and then you start taking the medicine on that Google prescriptions. So likewise, the Google, even education things, if we want to do a research, we want to go for a Google and get it done. This is not. So we have to find out the authenticity of the information. That means diagnosis the resources. So that means if we want to diagnose anything of what resources is required for a particular student, say if a student is appearing for a board exam, what kind of literature he is required, if he is appearing for what kind of literature he is required, if it's appearing. sorry for disruption. So that means education systems, what we have to do, that means until and unless we integrate the part of the library in the education systems, then the people, see the faculty members, they need to give an effort to the libraries. They should tell, yes, you get the information from the library and get it. Because there are huge kind of resources, which is very, very important if we go to the rich library. Because see, if all the digitization resources, whatever available, it is just 20-25 years of resources only, in the back resources. So that means before 25 years, whatever the resources available was available, is it not worth it? So that means if you want to go to the world, if you want to go to the particular systems, how to know that what was the earlier, then we have to refer to the resources. See, in the National Library, there were books are there, more than 26.5 lakhs of books. So in this 26.5 lakhs books, if you want to refer to that books, so how to go to this library? There is a book that people need to see the book, because there is a book which is just a size of only 1-2 curry of your finger. And that size of books, and it's a 400 pages, and that some books are there, it is a 40 kg, 50 kg weight. So these are the kind of things people should know and go and take things in. So a national education policy also should make it, that means digitization of the resources, because we need to access the resources at a fast rate. So that means there are a lot of resources which is having a digitized resources that has to be digitized and then get it accessed. That is the most important part of how to get access to the resources. See, nowadays people go for the different plagiarism checking. The people are publishing, it goes for the plagiarism checking. But plagiarism check software, there are n number of softwares are available, but it only can give you 20-25 years of resources access of what is available. So that means if the a paper is somebody has copied a paper which is something around 40, 50 or 100 years before, that plagiarism check, it will not come. And then if the plagiarism check software, it can work only on English literature. It cannot detect from other languages. So that means that only the people who are submitting thesis on this and English literature, they only are going through plagiarism. But if that is the only English the subject in India, so it is a huge number. So that is in a digital era, the library and everyone has got a huge opportunity to work on that, how to make it the language barrier. That means all these different languages, we should make a OCR. So that means if the language characterizations, that can be digitized and OCR can be available, and that can be integrated with the different softwares that can be particulated, then the people will get benefited, because India has got a huge kind of literature in the different languages, even in Sanskrit or Hindi, Urdu, and different languages. It has got every language, Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, all the rich languages and rich literatures are available. So these rich literature needs to be digitized, and that digitization will not work until unless we can make it searchable. Only if we give some keywords from that literature, that will not work. So that has to be OCR mode, and that OCR mode, that means we have to create a software kind of things. So that means in India, if you want to work on digitization of these things, there is a huge work opportunity is there. So there's library people should try to do something on particular that, or they should take the classes and they should find out in engineering colleges or these technological colleges, yes, these are the opportunities are there, these are the difficulties that there. So the students should come up with this kind of a solution. So that means a huge kind of job opportunity, each kind of work opportunity is there. Atmanirbhar, if you want to make the Atmanirbhar Bharat. So Atmanirbhar Bharat, if you want to make, you have to go that what are the strengths are available in India. And then that strengths, if we work on that particular strength, we really get an opportunity to work on Indian systems. There are a lot of things that people can do on environmental friendly people, or in environmental sector, on IT sector also. The reuse of all e-waste. E-waste is the most important area of the now is a concern, because you see everybody has got in a 130 crores country, maybe 50 crores people having a mobile connection. That means 50 crores has got a mobile charger, and this charger which cannot last for 1 or 2 years. So every 2 years the charger you are wasting. So where these e-wastes are going? Then every 45 years, people are changing mobile. This e-waste is generating. Then every 5 or 10 years, that computer software, CD-ROM or laptop or desktops are wastage. So huge kind of e-wastage is in how to regenerate of e-wastage resources of that. So all these digital resources, digital library, all the librarians perspective is that librarians should tell that people that where should the research can be done. So that is our job, is that to tell that we should ignite the people. Yes, if we are not able to see, the library people are not able to do everything, because we are not supposed to do everything on this. We have a huge resources. We should able to make it connect. We should try to get this. Yes, these are the faculty resources, strength are there. These are the good institutions are there. These are the good faculty. So we should give a new ideas, and then they should work on that particular these things. So in this new education policy, it has given a huge opportunity, because people can have a multiple what you call multiple courses. So that's one. Even they can have a digital locker for their what you call to store their all certificates and etc. So all these things. So that means as in the digital era, the library people are already ahead of the digital stage. So that's what we need to take up the first and foremost, that how we should work on this digital library, how we can help on this particular area. So these are the things I should think that you should all, the learned people are there, all we will discuss and find out if in India we can give a library professionals can give a really new direction. I think we should be able to achieve. So I'm thankful to all of you, all the participants. Where I can see that the Indore Library Association have organized this part of this program. They are thankful to all of them. They took a new, a very, very important, pertinent area of the webinar, and thankful to all of you, and thanks to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. लाइब्रेरी किताबों का घर होती है, और इस पेंडेमिक टाइम ने डिजिटलाइजेशन की तरफ हमें मूव किया है। आपने गागर में सागर भरकर भली प्रकार हमारा मार्गदर्शन किया, उसके लिए पुनः धन्यवाद। मैं प्रश्नोत्तर काल के लिए आग्रह कर रही हूँ प्रियंका जैन मैम से, वे आए और प्रश्नोत्तर काल का संचालन करें। प्रियंका जैन मैम। डॉक्टर प्रियंका जैन मैम। प्रियंका जैन मैम, आप सुन पा रही हैं हमें?
उनकी म्यूट होके रखा है।
Gayatri ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, please. Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Good morning to all. After these fruitful sessions, there is some curiosity regarding it, sir. Sir, please give the answer related this. Sir, in the new education policy, digitalization can be useful for villagers or outsider students which are not able to connect the mobility or something, these digital modes in the study, sir.
Yeah, this is a very pertinent question, that whether if in the village or the people, actually now the mobile connectivity has got a huge kind of a connectivity is got, because you can see that all the board exams, people have already appeared through this. I have also made a survey on this particular area of these things. I really find, yes, their connectivity, and then what you know that downloading, even they have a connectivity, the mobile cost is also very high, because in the case of the whatever laws, but the data cost is high. So the students do they need, if they want to take a class and all, this is a really a situation. And you will find that in the paper also, you find there are a lot of one girl, she suicide because of this pandemic. She could not get access to the mobile and she could not take the classes. So these things have happened. Yes, this is a really concern of this. So what we need to need a village public library, there we should set up a systems, and there if we can make some 5-10 systems, and whoever the village people, they should come and use all these resources. So that has to be, village public library has to be taken up this job to help them out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. That's it, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good idea have given by the Chakrabarti sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Now GD Agrawal sir is audible. Audible. Am I audible, sir? GD Agrawal sir. GD Agrawal sir, please. आप सुन पा रहे हैं मुझे?
हाँ, मैं आपको सुन पा रहा हूँ, लेकिन मेरे को आप नहीं सुन पा रहे, ऐसा लगता है।
नहीं। अब
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आपकी जो आवाज है, बिल्कुल
Yes, sir.
बिल्कुल
Yes,
सर,
sir,
हम आपको
please.
भी सुन पा रहे हैं। सर, अब हम आपसे आग्रह करते हैं कि आप हमारे आपके अनुभव से हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें, सर। आइए।
माननीय श्री पुरुषोत्तम जी पसारी साहब, श्री देवेंद्र कुमार जी मुछाल साहब, श्री मनोहर जी बहेती साहब, श्री देवेंद्र कुमार जी नागर साहब, प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइजर डॉक्टर प्रतोष अवस्थी जी, कोऑर्डिनेटर प्रोफेसर विभोर एरन, को कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर मनीष दुबे, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेक्रेटरी डॉक्टर संध्या पुरोहित। आज श्री वैष्णव कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स के द्वारा एक वेबिनार आयोजित किया है, जिसमें विशेष रूप से नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी और लाइब्रेरी और डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी की बात पर यह वेबिनार आयोजित किया गया है। लंबे समय से शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में सुधार की आवश्यकता महसूस की जा रही थी। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की दूरदर्शी सोच एवं परिकल्पना पर आधारित नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 हमारी युवा पीढ़ी को रचनात्मक रूप से शिक्षित और रोजगार के लिए सक्षम बनाने में मील का पत्थर साबित होगी। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी शिक्षा के मूल उद्देश्यों को केंद्र में रखकर विकसित की गई है। यह पॉलिसी हमारी भावी पीढ़ी के कायाकल्प का साधन सिद्ध होगी। यह शिक्षा एवं कौशल संवर्धन के साथ नई पीढ़ी का सर्वांगीण विकास करेगी। उच्च शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में एक नए युग की शुरुआत होगी। मध्य प्रदेश नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को लागू करने वाला प्रथम राज्य है। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के मुख्य बिंदु, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को समझना पड़ेगा, जब ही हम डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी और उसका बेहतर उपयोग कैसे कर सकते हैं ये समझ आएगा। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के मुख्य बिंदु हैं भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा का पाठ्यक्रमों में समावेश, स्नातक स्तर पर शोध का प्रोत्साहन, चॉइस बेस्ड क्रेडिट सिस्टम, कला, वाणिज्य एवं विज्ञान के विषयों में मिश्रित चयन की स्वतंत्रता, व्यावसायिक एवं योग्यता संवर्धन पाठ्यक्रमों में अध्ययन के अवसर, इंटर्नशिप, अप्रेंटिसशिप, फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट, कम्युनिटी मैनेजमेंट, कम्युनिटी एंगेजमेंट एंड सर्विसेज का प्रथम वर्ष में समावेश, प्रधानमंत्री कौशल विकास योजना, मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय के माध्यम से व्यावसायिक एवं योग्यता संवर्धन पाठ्यक्रमों में ऑनलाइन अध्ययन की सुविधा। एकेडमिक स्ट्रक्चर, एकल संकायी महाविद्यालयों में बहुसंकायी विषयों के अध्ययन की शुरुआत, एनसीसी, एनएसएस और शारीरिक शिक्षा को पाठ्यक्रम के रूप में अध्ययन की सुविधा, सकल नामांकन अनुपात में वृद्धि करने का लक्ष्य, छात्रों में रचनात्मक सोच, तार्किक निर्णय एवं नवाचार की भावना को प्रोत्साहित करना, सुगम शिक्षा के लिए डिजिटल शिक्षण को प्रोत्साहन, एक विश्वविद्यालय से दूसरे विश्वविद्यालय तथा एक महाविद्यालय से दूसरे महाविद्यालय में ट्रांसफर पर क्रेडिट ट्रांसफर की सुविधा, मल्टीपल एंट्री एंड मल्टीपल एग्जिट। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में अंक प्रणाली के स्थान पर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मानकों के अनुरूप क्रेडिट प्रणाली तैयार की गई है। इन्हीं क्रेडिट के आधार पर छात्रों को सर्टिफिकेट, डिग्री दी जाएगी। प्रति वर्ष 40 क्रेडिट अर्जित करना अनिवार्य है। बच्चों में स्कूल लेवल पर रीडिंग हैबिट पैदा करने की प्राइम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एजुकेशन सिस्टम की होती है। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में लाइब्रेरीज की भूमिका। सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे कि लाइब्रेरीज को कुछ वर्गों में विभाजित किया गया है। स्कूल लाइब्रेरीज के अंतर्गत जॉय लाइब्रेरीज, टॉय लाइब्रेरीज, ई लाइब्रेरीज। एकेडमिक लाइब्रेरीज के अंतर्गत कॉलेज लाइब्रेरी और यूनिवर्सिटी लाइब्रेरी। रिसर्च लाइब्रेरी में रिसर्च रिसोर्स सेंटर। कॉर्पोरेट लाइब्रेरीज में नॉलेज रिसोर्स सेंटर। पब्लिक लाइब्रेरी में नेशनल लाइब्रेरी, स्टेट लाइब्रेरीज, डिविजनल लाइब्रेरीज, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लाइब्रेरीज, लोकल लाइब्रेरीज, विलेज लाइब्रेरीज नेटवर्क। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में 50 वोकेशनल विषयों को पाठ्यक्रम में सम्मिलित किया गया है। बीए में 25, बीकॉम में 5 और बीएससी में 20, अर्थात नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 अंतर्गत लाइब्रेरीज में लाइब्रेरियंस को माकूल सुधार करना होगा। आज का विषय जो है नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसीज के अंतर्गत डिजिटल लाइब्रेरीज के उपयोग को वर्तमान में कैसे बेहतर उसका उपयोग किया जा सकता है। इसके लिए हमको ट्रेडिशनल लाइब्रेरीज से हटकर डिजिटल लाइब्रेरीज क्या है, इसका उपयोग कैसे होगा, ये भी समझना आवश्यक है। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी एक प्रकार की ऑनलाइन लाइब्रेरी है। इसके द्वारा यूजर्स इंटरनेट के माध्यम से कहीं भी पुस्तकों को आसानी से पढ़ सकते हैं। इसमें डाटा डिजिटल फॉर्म में स्टोर होता है, जिसे कंप्यूटर द्वारा एक्सेस किया जा सकता है। यह नाम पहली बार 1994 में डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी इनिशिएटिव द्वारा लोकप्रिय किया गया। अब हमारा देश तेजी से डिजिटल इंडिया बनता जा रहा है। सरकार रोज नए नए ऐप, योजनाएं जनता की सुविधा के लिए ला रही है, ताकि लोगों की समस्याओं को कम किया जा सके। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी में डॉक्यूमेंट्स की सॉफ्ट कॉपी को सीडी में पीडीएफ फॉर्मेट में सेव किया जाता है। फिर इंटरनेट पर मैगजीन, आर्टिकल्स, बुक्स, न्यूज़पेपर्स, इमेज, साउंड फाइल्स और वीडियो आसानी से देखे जा सकते हैं। यूजर्स इसे आसानी से एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। इन पीडीएफ फाइलों का प्रिंट भी लिया जा सकता है। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक लाइब्रेरी, वर्चुअल लाइब्रेरी, हाइब्रिड लाइब्रेरी के नाम से भी जाना जा सकता है। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी में डिजिटल रिसोर्स का एक संग्रह होता है जो केवल डिजिटल फॉर्म में मौजूद रहता है। इस रिसोर्स को कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क से पाठकों द्वारा एक्सेस किया जाता है। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी को रोज अपडेट भी कर सकते हैं। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी एक विशेष स्थान तक सीमित नहीं है। इसे यूजर्स इंटरनेट का उपयोग करके अपने कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन पर कहीं से भी जानकारी प्राप्त कर सकता है। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी के यूजर्स को फिजिकली लाइब्रेरी में आने की जरूरत नहीं होती। देश दुनिया के लोग इंटरनेट के द्वारा डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी से जानकारी प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी में उपयोग के लिए कई सॉफ्टवेयर पैकेज हैं। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी का उपयोग 24 घंटे 365 दिन यूजर्स कर सकते हैं। एक रिसोर्स का उपयोग एक ही समय में कई यूजर्स कर सकते हैं। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी में बहुत अधिक जानकारी स्टोर करने की क्षमता होती है। एक डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी की प्रारंभिक लागत तो अधिक होती है, लेकिन बाद में ट्रेडिशनल लाइब्रेरी की तुलना में बहुत कम है। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी किसी संस्था में टीचर्स की कमी जैसी समस्याओं का निदान करती है। छात्रों के लिए एक सस्ता विकल्प है। अब हम किताबों की दुनिया से डिजिटल हो जाएंगे। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के संदर्भ में निर्धारित पाठ्यक्रम अनुसार विषयों के मान से सॉफ्टवेयर तैयार किए गए हैं और आपने देखा कि एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का एक नया सिस्टम, एक नई संरचना तैयार हुई है। उस संरचना के आधार पर उन विषयों के मान से पाठकों की मांग के अनुसार हमको सॉफ्टवेयर जो है तैयार करने होंगे और उस सॉफ्टवेयर को इंटरनेट की सहायता से कंप्यूटर द्वारा हम आसानी से पढ़ सकते हैं। आज जो विषय है नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के अंतर्गत डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी का उपयोग शिक्षण संस्थाओं में यूजर्स के द्वारा कैसे किया जा सकता है। विषय अपने आप में एक नया विषय है और ये एक नया समय है जिसके अंदर हमारे कॉलेजेस, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटीज, हमारी लाइब्रेरीज जो है, चाहे वो स्टेट लाइब्रेरी हो, डिविजनल लाइब्रेरी हो या डिस्ट्रिक्ट लाइब्रेरी हो, सब में हमको जो है डिजिटाइजेशन के द्वारा पाठकों को आसानी से ये सुविधा दी जा सकती है। कई परेशानियां हैं, लेकिन आज का विषय जो है डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी के द्वारा क्या परेशानी है उसका जिक्र इस फोरम पे हम नहीं करेंगे। हम चाहते हैं कि इस देश में इंदौर एक ऐसा शहर है, एक एजुकेशन हब है जहां आईआईटी और आईआईएम दोनों संस्थाएं एक ही शहर में हैं। इसलिए हम अधिक से अधिक डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी अपने संस्थानों में स्थापित करें ताकि हमारे यूजर्स जो है उसका अधिक से अधिक उपयोग कर सके। ट्रेडिशनल लाइब्रेरी विज्ञान का जो 4th लॉ है, लाइब्रेरी इज ए 5th लॉ जो है, लाइब्रेरी इज ए ग्रोइंग ऑर्गेनिज्म। इसका आशय ही यह है कि डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी का कॉन्सेप्ट हम बहुत कम स्पेस में, कम जगह में लाखों किताबें जो है, लाखों टेक्स्ट जो है हम उपलब्ध करा सकते हैं। परंपरागत लाइब्रेरी में आज के समय में स्थान की समस्या है। अलमारियों में किताबें भरी पड़ी हैं और ऐसी स्थिति है कि नई किताबों को रखने के लिए हमारे पास जगह नहीं है। इसलिए कम समय में अधिक से अधिक जानकारी हमारे पाठकों को, यूजर्स को, हमारे शिक्षक समुदाय को मिल सके, इसलिए डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी का उपयोग प्रासंगिक है। आज भारतीय प्रबंध संस्थान के चीफ लाइब्रेरियन डॉक्टर अरुण कुमार चक्रवर्ती जी इस वेबिनार में उपस्थित हैं। मैं उन्हें विशेष रूप से प्रणाम करता हूं और वैष्णव विद्यापीठ विश्वविद्यालय के सभी पदाधिकारियों को, प्रिंसिपल साहब को जो है प्रणाम करता हूं। आशा करता हूं कि ऐसे वेबिनार आगे भी होते रहेंगे। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
धन्यवाद सर। डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी ने लाइब्रेरी और यूजर्स की दूरियों को बहुत ही कम कर दिया है। सर ने सीमित भौतिक संसाधनों का एक अच्छा विकल्प डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी को बताया है। धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं सर से प्रश्नोत्तर काल पूर्ण करने के लिए डॉक्टर साक्षी मोटवानी मैडम से आग्रह कर रही हूँ। डॉक्टर साक्षी मोटवानी मैडम। साक्षी मोटवानी मैम। साक्षी मैम प्लीज। साक्षी मैम आप ज्वाइन हो पा रही हैं? जी साक्षी मैडम.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. Because of some technical issues, my voice was interrupted. Good morning, everyone.
साक्षी मैम,
Agrawal sir
आमंत्रित है आप
undoubtedly
प्रश्नोत्तर.
covered all the important aspects of. Hello. Hello. Everyone, can you hear me?
आपकी आवाज आ रही मैम.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Agrawal is loading that questions to you, sir. The first question is, which open source software is best for making a digital library? सर आप कोई ऐसे बेहतर बना सके? Agrawal sir is muted.
जी अग्रवाल सर. हाँ हाँ
Muted
कर रहे हैं
है
साक्षी मैम.
ना?
हाँ जी.
हेलो,
हाँ अग्रवाल सर, आपसे क्वेश्चन साक्षी मैडम के
हाँ।
द्वारा.
Sir,
जी साक्षी
sir,
मैडम.
I'm repeating again. Sir, which open source software is best for making a digital library?
डिजिटल
अच्छी
लाइब्रेरी,
डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी के लिए जी सर.
डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी दो बातें हैं. नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के मान से अभी ओपन सोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर जो है तैयार किए जा रहे हैं. वर्तमान में ऐसे सामान्य सॉफ्टवेयर अवेलेबल हैं जो हम डिजिटली उनका उपयोग कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एजुकेशन पॉलिसी जो 2020 है उसके संदर्भ में कोई स्पेसिफिक सॉफ्टवेयर अभी तैयार नहीं है, लेकिन निश्चित रूप से एक सॉफ्टवेयर शीघ्र ही जो है वो हमको और हमारे पाठकों को, यूजर्स को जो है उपलब्ध हो सकेगा.
Okay, sir. And sir, second and last question is, how can big data be managed in the digital libraries?
डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी,
Any suggestion for big data
हाँ,
management? Sir?
डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी के लिए जो हमारा सिलेबस तैयार किया गया है उस सिलेबस के मान से जो है डाटा तैयार हो रहा है और उस डाटा को हम जो है स्टोर करके और फिर उसका उपयोग जो है हम अपने लाइब्रेरी में जो है कर सकेंगे.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
I hope participants
Thank
have
you,
got
sir.
the satisfactory answers of their
Thank you, sir.
queries.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, GD Agrawal
जी
sir.
जी, थैंक यू.
Now, I want to invite Professor Rajesh Sethi sir to give introduction to keynote speaker, Shri Ashok Kumar Rai sir. Please, Rajesh Sethi sir.
Thank you, Kalor ma'am. Am I audible?
यस.
Good morning, all.
Yes.
It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker for third session, Honorable Shri Ashok Kumar Rai, who is going to talk to us about how we can use digital library efficiently. Mr. Rai holds a master degree in science mathematics from Allahabad University and Master of Computer Application from Motilal Nehru Regional Engineering College, Allahabad. He is working as a scientist in computer science at the InfibNet Center, Gandhinagar. Prior to joining the InfibNet Center, Ahmedabad in May 2008, he has worked as webmaster in Computer Applications Division, Central Library, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, for more than 8 years, and also worked as consultant with Bureau Link Systems Limited, Delhi. He has experience of 25 years, including 4 years in teaching and research, and more than 20 years of experience in software development and web technologies. He is holding the responsibilities of eSoc Sindhu Consortium for Higher Education Electronic Resources, including Enlist, Access Management, INFED, and Web Services at the center. Now, I would like to request Mr. Rai to start the session. Please welcome, sir.
So good morning to everybody. So basically, I like to thank you, Dr. Sandhya, Dr. Purohit, who invited me for this discussion on NEP and digital library. So all my fellow speakers tell all about this. What is the NEP? What are the components in NEP? Professor G.D. Agrawal already explained to even my colleagues speaker, Professor Arun Kumar Chakravarti, had lots of discussion on MOOCs. There are lots of discussion. So I am going to talk about this. What are the digital library already exist in India. So how you are going to take benefit out of that? So I have made a presentation. Can you share me? Allow me to share my presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, please.
Okay. So it is visible now?
Yes, sir, very much.
So it is visible to everybody, right? Okay, now, so every speaker already explained about the NEP, what are the components in NEP. So currently in India, we are having this is National Digital Library for all colleges in India, right? Not only colleges, there are other consortia in India, the digital library you can say, that provide access to scholarly information to users, students from all the Indian university and colleges in India. So Enlist is one of the digital library that is for the colleges in India, right? This is basically funded by Ministry of Education, right? So I am going to basically brief you all that how you are going to use this, what are the resources available under this initiative. So this is a kind of digital library already exists in India, and every student, say by your college, any college in India can enroll into this and they can have the access to resources, right? So as you know, let me briefly introduce about our Infonet Center. Infonet Center is basically Inter-University Center of UGC. It started in 1991 as a project mode, and then finally become IUC Inter-University Center in 1996. And so objective of the center is to provide all academic institutions support automation of Indian University Library, providing e-content to the library. So we are having the lots of initiative, lots of programs that are useful to the academic institution in the country, right? So when you talk about this, what are the initiative available in for the users in India, in university as well as colleges? So these are the basic major project we are running for the users community in India, higher education. I'm talking about higher education, elementary education, we don't have anything, but this is higher education. What are the resources available? When you talk about this Infonet Center, the primary objective of the center was to set up the develop software so that Indian university can automate their library. So for the automation of library, so I'm talking about automation of library means activity of library, sole software we have developed, and currently there are. So we are under having this Indian catalog. So suppose, for example, any member, any institution we basically wish to, sorry. So these are the basic. So Indian catalog basically provides all the information about the books where it is available. This is a union catalog of university. It means this is an open access. Any student, faculty, if they want to search a particular books where it is available, they can come on the Indian catalog portal and they can search their keywords, and the user can find it out where these books are available. So this Indian catalog also facilitates the ILL service. Suppose, for example, a student from Indore want to know a particular book where it is available. They can search within the state, they can search within the district. So for knowing for getting the information where that book is available, he or she need not to go anywhere. Just go to Indian catalog portal and they can put their content word and they can find it out where these books are available. So this is we are maintaining the Indian catalog, right? So we are also having a open access initiative Vidwan database. So basically this is the database of expert in India. So what is the useful, suppose for example, this is very useful for the researcher, as well as even head of institution or any users, he or she want to know who are the expert in particular subject area. But there is no database available in India except this Vidwan. We are maintaining this Vidwan database so that basically users from any head of institution or a student who want to know who are the expert in particular area. Suppose, for example, a student wants to enroll in a PhD program and he does not have the name of the faculty who are in the particular his or her domain specific faculty, he can find it out the faculty details from Vidwan database. So basically, there are more than 1 lakh faculty information are available. So anybody, suppose for example, a head of institution want to know who are the expert in a particular subject area. He want to invite him in a particular conference or into a board. He can go and answer that. And they can find it all the details, right? So Vidwan database we are maintaining. So Influence Center also have an initiative, consortia initiative. You know that consortia initiative came in India in the early 2000s. So first it started in 2004, UGC Infonet Consortia that is being executed by the Influence Center, and then there is a NDES AICT Consortia. Then lots of other NKRC. There are number of consortia available in India. They are catering the need of the various student community, say from the IITs, university system and all. So basically in year 2010, so you know that there was no consortia in India. They are catering the need of the students from the colleges. So the Influence Center will propose a proposal to ministry. There are resources available to the IIT student. There are resources available to the university student. Why that resources should not be available to the college student? So we proposed to the ministry, proposed that sanction that project, and then this is the Enlist program came into the picture in year 2010. So Enlist program basically the digital library for colleges in India. When I am talking about this Enlist program, so it's not like that it is open access resources. The resources are all the subscribed resources. So it has 6,000 plus journals for the college user, nearly 2 lakhs e-books are available under Enlist program, apart from 6 lakhs books through NDL, access through NDL. So this Enlist program is basically part of eSource Sindhu Consortia. Basically, eSource Sindhu Consortia is basically higher education electronic resources. That basically support to Indian universities, IITs, IIMs and IITs, like that. So and colleges in India. So eSource Sindhu basically that caters the need of the e-resources for the student from university, CFTI as well as university, as well as college in India. So we are also having this initiative, Sodh Ganga as Sodh Gangotri. If you remember, in very early days, there was no access to research thesis to any student in the country, right? Nowadays, the theses submitted in various universities are accessible to anybody. Any person can access the thesis. They can download the thesis. They can read the thesis. So currently, our eSodh Ganga program Basically, this is an open access. Note down, there is no registration required. Anybody, any citizen in the country or from the globe, they want to see the thesis submitted in various universities. They come to the eSodh Ganga program website and they can download, they can see all the thesis submitted in the various universities in India, right? So Sodh Ganga is the reservoir of Indian thesis and dissertation submitted in various universities. So this is again a digital library, you can say. This is free to everybody. Today onward, anybody can access. This is open access, no registration required, no payment required. Just your student, as a librarian of the college, you just create the link on your library homepage. Any student who want to see the thesis submitted in various university, particular area, they can go and they can see the research. Another initiative that we are having is Sodh Gangotri. Basically, objective of this Sodh Gangotri is we should know in which area research is in progress. It means that आपको पता होगा ना, there are lots of university student registration होता है, बहुत सारे student registration किस area में work हो रहा है इंडिया में, there was no detail or available. So that is why we started Sodh Gangotri. It means that the student who enrolled in any in university or institution for doing the research, they had to submit their synopsis on this Sodh Gangotri portal, right? So it means that any user, this is again open access, so anybody can get the access to what are the resources going on, research in progress, you can say. So that Sodh Gangotri basically maintains the synopsis of thesis, basically a student registered in various university or in which area they are working. Similarly, we are having some open access info port, and we are also EPG Pathshala. This is basically your learning content. EPG Pathshala is again open access to any citizen in India or anybody in India. This EPG Pathshala holds all the PG courses based on the UGC curricula. This is again open access. So you need not to basically enroll for accessing this. This is open access. Anybody and any time you can have the access to all the courses. There are many courses. There are basically 77 subject courses available in the EPG Pathshala. So all are based on the UGC curricula. You heard about the SWAYAM. SWAYAM is basically, you can say, virtual university in India already available, where a student can enroll on this SWAYAM platform and they can take courses, they can complete the work, they can submit the assignment, do the courses, and they can get the credit as well as they can also get the certification if they need. So this is a virtual university, you can say SWAYAM. This is Government of India initiative. Here nowadays there is a regulation by the government that any student who enrolled in any university, they can opt at least 40% of their credit on online. So that is that all regulation in place. So any student who wants to take the course online, suppose why this need? Basically, there are many universities, they don't have the expert faculty in particular subject, optional subject. So any student who want to study particular subject area, they can enroll on this particular SWAYAM platform, where all the courses are offered by the various universities, IITs, universities like that. So any student can enroll. The best part of this regulation is, suppose a student takes the course on SWAYAM platform and they complete all the basically courses, all credit courses. Finally, that credit goes to their university for their certificate, like UG program, PG program, like that. So that is a very important initiative by the Government of India. It is already in place. There are courses running on SWAYAM platform, so anybody can have the access. They can take the courses. Now, there are lots of other things like how to basically provide the lecture to the village, how disseminate the education online courses to the rural area. Suppose nowadays SWAYAM provides an initiative by the Government of India where all the courses is telecast on the television set, right? So SWAYAM provides another initiative so that a student from the any location who are those who are having the television on the on her home, they can basically take the lecture. That lecture basically nowadays, if you remember early days, the student want to take the courses for how the faculty from IIT teaches to the student. Nowadays, all faculty from IIT who teaches the say fuzzy system or computer science, that same lecture is also basically telecast on the television. So this is the facility currently available to the users. So anybody can take. There is no restriction. I cannot take. You cannot take. There is no, anybody can take that lecture and they can learn, right? So Swayamprabha is basically education on television. So apart from that, Internet Center is also having lots of other activity, which are basically all the academic higher education in the country. So this is the a brief basically program and program and activities of the Internet Center, and that is basically for the all higher education institutions in the country. Now, year 2015, there are lots of consortia initiative in India. They are merged into the one. Now it is known as the ESOD Sindhu, the Consortia for Higher Education Electronic Resources. This basically provides peer-reviewed journal, subscribed journal to all university system, basically member university as well as colleges in India. So I am focusing on how a college can use this digital library. So how this ESOD Sindhu program merging of 3 Indies AICT consortia, UGC Infonet consortia and analyst program merge into the one, and that is known as the ESOD Sindhu. So when you want to know all about the ESOD Sindhu program, we have a very comprehensive website where you can go. You can log into the ess.info.ac.in. You can find it all the details. Who are the member? What are the resources available to the member? What are the journals? What are the publisher resources available on this portal? So all information are available on this ESOD Sindhu, basically website. This is real data. You need not to call to Internet Center to know what are the resources available. Say, for example, if you want to know what are the journals available, which publisher journals are available, what are all books are available, that are available on this website. If you want to download all the list, you can download from this website. So that all information, suppose for example, you want to know who are the members in Indore for analyst program or university. So you can go to the member, you can search the member, who are the members, what are the resources available to the. So ESOD Sindhu basically program, basically now any student who enroll particular university, he or she should come on this portal and they will be able to basically see what are the resources available to that particular student in that university. So this is very comprehensive. Again, this is the open access, right? So open access platform, website is open to everybody, but when you are going to search the article from the publisher resources, that is not open to everybody. The member institution can only access the resources, like because these are the subscribed content from the publisher to member institution. So what are the resources? What are the categories? There are 315 universities are member in this particular program. You know that there are 1,000 plus university in India, but we are not considering, because we are just considering UGC funded, MHRD funded institution, because this program required funding. We subscribe on the behalf of the university. So that required funds. So currently 314 universities and 3,400 colleges are using this particular program. So when you say what are the resources available to the university, so these are the resources available to the university user as well as college user, right? So these all lists are available on the website. I'm just briefly put it here. So if you want to know more detail on this, what are the journal, what are the titles available, you can go and you can search on the portal. So when you talk about the Enlist, this Enlist program is basically the digital library for the colleges, right? So this is the platform where colleges in India, those who are member into this Enlist program, so that they can have the access to 6,000 plus journal, and nearly 8 lakhs ebooks available under this program. So this is a purely digital library to the country, colleges, users, right? So anybody, any college, those who are already members, they can go to the log into the system and they can access the resources. Here, the website is open to everybody. There is no login restriction. There is no login credential required. Again, when you are going to access the books, subscribe books or journal, then you have to log into the system. Then only you will be able to download the article. So this is the very website. How we can register, what are the resources available, how we provide college administrator accounts so that administrator of that college create the user ID password for their student, like that. So this is the platform where users from the college can have the access to digital library. So Enlist basically mission and vision was we provide the scholarly. I am talking, this is not open access journal or books. We all are subscribed journal available under this program. Means like a library of any institution subscribe the books or journal. Similarly, we subscribe the journals for the e-books and journal for all education member institution. So that our mission is there should not be any digital divide. Digital divide means suppose IIT student got the access to some good author books, international books to study. Why not that all book available to the users from the colleges, users from remote area, users from villagers, those who are remote area colleges, that are this digital library accessible to anywhere, anybody can access, those who are member of this. So that there should not be any digital divide under this research. So who are the eligible? Now any colleges cover under 12 section of UGC, they can be the part of this Enlist program. There are some requests come from this non-aided college. So we are not considering membership under this program: agriculture, engineering, medical, pharmacy, dentistry, and nursing. These are we are not accepting the membership for these group of category. All other colleges can enroll in this program and they can get the access to journals. So what are the journals available? These are journals, 6,000 plus journal available to the colleges in India. So Economic, Political Weekly, Indian Journal, Institute of Physics, JSTOR, this all are available to the college user. Even our Royal Society Chemistry journals is also available to the college user. So there are books available: Oxford University books, McGraw-Hill books, Hindustan books, Sage Publisher books, Springer. All the books are available and that are accessible to the member college users, right? So this is basically truly a digital library where a student, any student from bona fide student from particular institution, they can log into the system and they can access the books, and they can download the book, they can print the book, whatever you want, they can do this. So again, there is a government initiative, there is national licensing, Word ebook library, nearly 6 lakhs books are available to all citizens in the country. So Enlist program is basically those who have registered member, but Word ebook library can be accessible to anybody. South Asian Archive are accessible to the national. Anybody can access this South Asian Archive, right? So this is on the basis of national licensing. Now you may be aware that government is thinking how in national education policy, they want to supply, they want to provide access to scholarly information from a single point. It means the national library. It means that one nation, one subscription. So one subscription, it goes to every institution in the country, whether they are colleges, they are medical colleges, engineering college, agriculture, pharmacy, university, whatever the college, any citizen can access the scholarly information. So government is planning to do this, and very few, maybe next year we will have the one nation, one policy. So one subscription, for one nation. When we implement that, every citizen in the country can have the access to all the scholarly information that are subscribed by the government, right? So there is no need that college will not get this access, so other college get access. It's not like that. Everybody will get every information. So information is not a problem nowadays. If you remember early days, we suppose a student enroll in a university, they always go for travel 24 hours, 15 hours to reach out of university, They went their university library, search their article, get it print, Xerox copy, and then come back. They basically spend lots of time and money also. But currently, due to this digital library, student, faculty need not to go anywhere. If they are having the internet connectivity on any desktop, mobile network, they can have access to all digital library, right? So what college require? To use this library, you need not to have anything except a computer that are internet enabled. Only one thing required to access this library. Users should have an internet connected PC, laptop, desktop, whatever. And that connectivity should be either through local area network or any service provider. So if you are having access to network, a PC connected to network, you can have the access to all this digital library, national digital library, right? So no other things required. So that is basically, this is 24/7 access, and anybody can access, anybody can read, anybody can in the midnight, 2 AM, 6 PM, 10 AM, like that. It is truly 24/7 library, right? So only thing required, internet enabled PC, laptop, computers, right? So how a college, there are many colleges who registered, there are 3,400 colleges registered under this program. So suppose a college who are not part of this initiative, they can register, they can fill the online registration form, and they can have the user ID password, and after getting this user ID password, they can access the digital library. So how to join? Basically, any college who wish to join this program, उनको online application form भरना है. That is available on the analyst website. Go fill the details like college name, city, that all information you fill, and then after submitting, once you submit this, we will start communicating. You provide this, and you become the member, and then after getting the user ID password to administrator, you can access the. After logging to the system, administrator of college can create the user from your particular registered college. Here, one important thing, there is no restriction of users. So a college can create n number of user ID password of their faculty and student. So it doesn't restriction, only 10 students can use, 10 faculty can know, any number of all the registered or bona fide student, you can create user ID password, right? So that basically user ID password, college administrator can create the user ID password. So that depends on the college how they are managing their users, right? So that is online system. So this our analyst program website has all the feature of search and browse. If you want to know who a member, what are the resources available to member, search, browse interface are already there, then go and you can search. For searching, browsing, website does not require any user ID password, but when you want to basically access the content, download the books, then you will need to log into the password. So similarly, we have already implemented search interface where you can search so suppose you don't know what are the books available. Suppose as a student, you know keyword of particular books, you can put that or any article that you are looking for, put in the search box. The system automatically throw all the resources that are available to the user, and then you click button, you'll get the content basically. This system also have advanced search. If you want advanced search, basically filter your. If you know many other things about this particular article, you can filter the your search query based on your information that you are having, like year of publication, author, yeah, particular publisher, like that. How to access? Basically, as I told you, you come to this platform, you can log into the system, and then you start accessing the resources. Like you are so there is no technical thing here. I want to basically tell you, there is no high technical thing required to access the resources. Those who are using Gmail like that, you log into the system, search your article, click on the link, and you can download the whole thing. So this is the platform where users from colleges can access the resources. So what I tell, accessing the website of analyst does not require any user ID password. But when you are going to use the subscribed content, you are going to download the article, you have to log in. So yeah, so login ID password provided to each faculty is student of the college. They can log into the system and they can get that. This is a single sign-on model. Basically, a user or a faculty or a student log in first time. So they need not to log in on again and again for accessing different publisher resources. This is a single sign-in model. So you can log in after successful login. You can click on the publisher link or you can search the things and you will get the article. Suppose if you put, I'm just putting this screenshot for your understanding. Suppose you want to search chemistry, if the system tell you these are the search results, if you want to click on anything, then you click on the link available. You can go to the login system and you can. So we are having this nearly 12 publisher data. So once you log into the system, because AIP is a resource subscribed to the colleges, you can it will take you to the publisher website, and from there you can click on the, you can also search or you can click on the article. And similarly, annual review already available for the college user. One important thing I would like to mention here to all of you is basically the all the publisher platforms, they are having multiple type of resources. So all the resources are not subscribed. So there are certain journals not subscribed for the college user. So you should know what are the resources available, what are the resources subscribed for the college user that you can access. There is access. So when you talk about this access to current journal, there are publishers allow access to back file access also. So most of the cases it is say 20-year, 10-year back file. So current year, 10-year back, you can have the all article. You can download, you can print whatever you want to. You can do this. So our basically analyst website provide you what are the resources available, what are the journal available, and up to which year that particular journal is accessible. So you have to basically access to that best. Otherwise, what will happen? Suppose, for example, as a researcher, you search your words. This shows lots of search results, and you are trying to accessing the resource by say more than 20 years back. So that is not accessible to you because you are not subscribed for the college. So this is very important, and that is already available on the website. So I would suggest here to every user from this so use your search and browse interface. So you need not to basically, that will give you the subscribe resource content to users. So I would suggest that use your search and browse interface to get the full text article without any problem like not accessible. So Economic Politically Weekly, go to the once you log in, you can log into the Electronic Political Weekly, and you can click on the particular magazine and you can download. There are 300 journal plus are Indian journals, so you can log into the Indian journals and you can find out, you can download the articles, the access 300 plus Indian journals are available to the college user. Similarly, IOP, Institute of Physics, all the nearly 46 journals are available to the college user. Here you can see, you can go to the search and browse. Either you can search or you can browse. Alphabetical list are available. You have to just click. Once you log in, you have to just click on the button and you can get the article. Similarly, JSTOR, this have more than 3,000 plus mechanism is similar to all the publishers. Just you have to go, click on the button and you will find the article, right? So that is there. Similarly, this is the Oxford University Royal Society of Chemistry journal is there. You can go and you can search and browse similarly, right? EBSCO host platform. This is another publisher. This publisher has 3,000 plus journal. That includes art, humanity, social science journals available under this publisher. So the eProcus ebook center. This is a platform where users from the college so that cover almost all the area. This is the platform where user from the colleges can download the books from various disciplines. This complete. So once you log in, click on this focus link available on the ESS. This will come here, and you can also search your books. So this is basically having more than 2 lakhs available books from various publishers, Oxford, Cambridge, like that. Similarly, then this system also allow you to basically read online. If you want to download, you can download, right? So this all features are available on this platform also. So I'm just putting, when you click till, you'll get the, this is sample books available. This is kind of books available where you can preface, content paper, like print books. This is also available similar in the electronic books. You can jump from one page to another page. You can download, you can print, you can copy, you can paste. All our features available on this platform. So any user, they can download, they can print, they can even read that books, right? Another books perpetual access implemented from 2003, and Springer books are available. So you can find it out all the 2,300 books from Springer publisher, right? Similarly, you can click on anything, any title, and you'll get the access to the books. Sage publisher, Sage, we are having more than 1,000 books from Sage Publishing that is purchased on perpetual model. So anybody can access that books, and that books remain. What is the difference between subscription and perpetual model? Perpetual model always available to the users community. When you are going for subscription, every year you have to pay the subscription charge. But in this perpetual model, we are paid upfront at a one time. That is available to all users always. So this is the perpetual purchase model for the Sage publisher books. Similarly, Taylor and Francis books are also available, some on perpetual model. You can just click on any book, search, or click on any books, you can find it out. South Asian Archive, I already told, this is a national level, national licensing model. So any citizen in the country can get access to South Asian Archive. There are many things. If you want to know more about, you go to the website, discover agriculture, anthropology, archaeology, arts, humanities, like media, civilization studies, commerce, all about the South Asia, right? So all the information are available. This is complete accessible to anybody. There is no restriction whether they are part of this any eligible college or not. They can have the access to this South Asian Archive family. What if I already explored 6 lakhs books are available to the college user through NDL. Now, once you log into NDL, you can get the 6 lakhs books under this initiative. So when we talk about this, this is very important thing. So you know that the library subscribe the resources. When you talk about the electronic resources, there are certain things is permissible, or that is certain things not permissible. So what are that things available? Because we are signing license agreement to the publisher, so there are certain things user need not to do. Like, what are the permitted? These are summary of this. What are the basically user permitted to do all the electronic resources? Viewing, downloading, copying, printing, saving of search result is permitted. Downloading, copying, printing, saving individual article is permitted. Using e-resources, suppose you want to use that downloaded article in education purpose, research, clinical purpose, that is permitted. Sending a copy of article to another authorized user, here that is permitted. So you should understand who are the authorized user, because we are subscribing, we are signing agreement with the publisher. So sending a copy of any article to authorized user is permitted. It means that any student who are bona fide in a particular college, so one student from that college, they can share the article to within that as authorized user. So that is permitted. It means that a authorized user downloaded the article cannot disseminate to another user who are not part of this initiative, who are not part of this consortium initiative. So that is not permitted. Nobody can send the article electronically to anybody who are not part of this authorized user. Posting the URL publisher version of article. Suppose many publishers say you download the article, you can post the article on your intranet. That is permission, but that cannot be open on the open repository, right? So there are lots of things. Suppose, for example, you are downloading complete set of article, systematic download is not permitted. So nowadays there are lots of software available. The students put the software and they can start downloading from volume 1 that are not permitted. Once you do this, the system automatically track you and the system can stop the access, right? The systematic downloading is not permitted. Using resources for commercial gain. Suppose, for example, you are having the access, you are downloading, you cannot sell that article. You cannot sell that article, you cannot transmit that article. So that is commercial again. You cannot do that. So that is not permitted. Transmitting other making unauthorized user. Authorized means a user who are not bona fide to use this article, you cannot transmit to them. So these are the main important. As a user, as a librarian, you should tell your user what are the permitted, what are not permitted when you are talking about the electronic licensing and all. So as far as this Enlist program is concerned, so you can download. There is download option if you want to download the articles. So list of the journals you can download. You can put on your intranet or your library website. So we have, because you know that this access to electronic resources in this program is user ID password based access. So what we have done there is for implementation of this National Digital Library, we basically provide user ID password to administrator of a member college. So each member college have their own user ID password for administration, and that admin user ID password to all their student and faculty. So once you log in, a administrator can log in, can say who are the all members, what are the resources available, how they can create the user ID password. So we have already system in place. You can log in and then do all the work. So once you log in, you will find who are all the users. There are certain bulk, how to upload bulk user, how to activate the access to the users, how to get the invoice to payment make the membership payment. If you want to see the usage of the resources, you can log in. You can see that all the features are already available on this admin module, authorized user. Admin can create the user ID password and they can provide to the users for getting access to electronic resources, right? Similarly, dashboard of any registered college administrator, they will be able to see how many numbers, how many users are already created, who are the active, expired user. Basically, suppose a student joins a college, so basically bona fide student. Suppose a student pass out, their user access should be expired. So that all information, once you log into the dashboard of administration, you'll find everything on this. Right. So how to create bulk user, because there are many colleges who are having thousands of registration. How to create the user ID password, a challenge for them. You can use this bulk feature. So similarly, this is all available on the website, and we are also basically advertising webinars, workshops for all the member colleges, new colleges, how they are going to use this. So my concern here is to all librarians or faculty or principal or anybody. See, those colleges who are not even taking the benefit of this initiative. This is the initiative, I think 12 years ago, year 2010. Now it is 12 years in operation. So currently you can say here nearly 3,600 colleges are registered and nearly 5 to 7 lakhs users are using this resources. Right. So my submission to all of you, those who are attending this program, and please disseminate this information. This is a truly digital library for the colleges. This is digital library for the colleges, and the usage, effective use means every member should basically support this initiative. Faculty should ask their student, go to search this article, give the assignment, go and find it out this article. All librarians should basically tell their student in orientation program. This is the basically library which provides 6,000 plus peer-reviewed journals, nearly 8 lakhs books available in to the college users. So now issue is not there, information is already available, but there are certain questions already. I think many think this is only English books are available. There are some books are in textbook. Not all known regional language books are available under this program, because there is no regional language books are available online. Now, suppose many questions came from when you organize this webinar and training program, we want Gujarati book, we want Hindi book, Hindi written books. But objective of this program is National Digital Library. We want to give the user the resources that are basically referred by all the students from the globe. Say MIT student, they are accessing some books. That books are available to our village student also. So that is the concept of this, because we are trying to get the regional language books, but somehow there is no publisher. They provide this facility, online access to their say what you call this textbooks and regional language books. So all international standard books. So IIT student, the books what they are referring, the same books are available to our village, remote area colleges. So this is the basically objective, so that there should be no digital divide. So everybody, every student, whether from remote area or rural area or urban area, they have the access to same content, right? So this is the objective of this program. So basically, this is what there is a membership also involved. Any college who registered, they have to pay the membership fee, like 5,000 plus, right? So they want to take the invoice, they want to print their receipt, they can do online, right? So this is basically this program got this when we started this program year to continue. This is the 3 award this program even awarded by the jury choice award, India program, South Asian award, like that. So this program very well recognized in the country, but now challenge is there are 40,000 plus colleges. There are 1,000. Only registration is currently 3,600 they are using. So lots of things we need to basically consider. We need to basically pursue to the higher authority, or because we are trying to invite them. We are trying to call them for a webinar, training, like that. We are doing all this work, but somehow there are some college joins for a year, then after that they basically left out for their membership. These are challenges we are facing. But ultimately, this is a kind of library. You can say this is a national library, information services for infrastructure for scholarly communication. I am just here. One thing I want to put it, this is not open access resources. This is subscribed resources. This is subscribed from the various publishers. This is not open access. You will not find anything. There are journal books cost $2,000, say $5,000, $500 euro. So we even library want to even purchase a particular book, they cannot purchase because this costs $2,000. Some books cost $500. So they cannot do that. So my submission to every who are attending as a faculty, as a head of institution, please ask your nearby colleges to join this program, and that they can get access to. So this is my end of my presentation. So when you see the usage, when you see this, so this is truly 24/7 library. We are monitoring how institutions are using this, right? So you can say here from the midnight to morning, 2011, users are using this library. So this is a truly somebody in 1 a.m., 2 a.m., some students are using, some users are logged into the system, they are using. So this is truly 24/7 library. This is only require internet connected PC, laptop, whatever. So nothing required other than that. So this is basically open to every time, no, like traditional library, no library closes, then how I can go if there is a holiday in the college, nobody can access library. But this is not, there is no boundary in that particular library. So this is all about this. If you want to reach us, this is the all information are available, and you can just come and you can just request us. We are ready to help everybody. So thank you very much for listening me patiently. I can take some few questions if you want, if anybody has. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ashok sir. You gave a very valuable information regarding digital library. You have
Yeah.
used material for academicians and students on lifts. Thanks again. Now, I would like to request Dr. Mandeep Kaur Chhabra to question answer round. Please, Mandeep ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you, Ashok sir. It was very fruitful session. It was very productive session, and you cleared all the aspects, and you have touched all the aspects. But there is one question, like you have what you have said, that all the resources are for researchers or PG students. But can you specifically give some resources for UG students?
No. See, don't be confused. The resources. I am just saying that resources. See, this Enlist program gives you the access to 6,000 plus journal content, right? So that will be useful to undergraduate student want to study, that they can study. There are books available to the undergraduate student as well as PG as a research. So books can be referred by the anybody. I think you are confusing between EPG Pathshala. So don't go. EPG Pathshala basically provide access to PG courses. But there is a E-Acharya portal on our website where you can find it out. All the content developed in India for the UG courses is also available on this platform. So my submission to you, go to the internet website. There is a E-Acharya platform where you will find all the courses developed in India that are useful for the colleges. Say all the IIT professor, university professor, teachers developing the content, and that is accessible to anybody without any registration, without paying anything. Suppose, for example, a student from remote area village want to listen the lecture of say IIT professor. Now he or she can take that course because this is available on the television, this is available on the platform, internet. So anybody can hear, anybody can. So nowadays, information is not a problem to any researcher. So objective of this digital initiative is to don't waste your time, do the work. Library is ready to provide you all the information on your desktop. So you do your research, you carry on your study. Librarian are ready to give you the information on your desktop. So UG courses is already there, PG courses is already there, peer reviewed journals are also there. So anybody, there is no restriction at all. UG student can also see the article, PG student can also see, the faculty can also see that. So that is there all, right? So there is no as such boundary to basically, this is basically, there are some categorization there. There are, you can go to our E-Acharya platform where we all have what are the courses for UG, what are the courses for PG, that's all are available.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Gayatri ma'am.
जी, थैंक्स मैम, थैंक्स सर। अब हमारा कार्यक्रम वेबिनार जो है अंतिम दौर में है। मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बताना चाहती हूँ कि भी आपको चैट बॉक्स में फीडबैक लिंक दी जाएगी। प्लीज आप उस फीडबैक फॉर्म को भरें तो ही आप सर्टिफिकेट प्राप्त कर पाएंगे। सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को निवेदन है कि वो जरूर फीडबैक लिंक को खोलकर फीडबैक फॉर्म भरें। अब मैं आभार प्रदर्शन हेतु आग्रह करती हूँ गवर्निंग बॉडी के सेक्रेटरी श्री देवेंद्र कुमार जी नागर साहब से कि वे आए और कार्यक्रम के लिए आभार प्रदर्शन करें। नागर साहब, ओके, शायद किसी वजह से नागर साहब हमसे जुड़ नहीं पा रहे।
जैसी हेलो आई एम ऑनलाइन।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
ऑनलाइन।
सौभाग्य है हमारा
कोई बात
सौभाग्य
नहीं,
कि डॉक्टर
देखिए
साहब हमारे साथ हैं।
डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ मैं मैडम, देवेंद्र नागर है मेरा नाम, डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ।
हाँ जी,
आई एम नॉट डॉक्टर। हाँ, हेलो, जय
जी
श्री
सर,
कृष्ण।
देवेंद्र नागर सर, जय श्री कृष्ण।
आज का जो प्रोग्राम कंडक्ट किया है वैष्णव कॉमर्स कॉलेज ने, उसमें श्री अग्रवाल जी, जो कि इंदौर अहिल्या देवी अहिल्या लाइब्रेरी के काफी समय तक सेवा दे चुके हैं, और श्री IIM से पधारे लाइब्रेरियन श्री, और साथ में सॉरी मैं नाम नहीं रिकॉग्नाइज कर पा रहा हूँ, उनका बहुत बहुत आभार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और जो आपने समझाया है ई लाइब्रेरी के बारे में, उसके लिए बहुत ही जरूरी चीज आज की तारीख में है। उससे देश की कितनी आर्थिक बचत होती है, इस पहलू को भी उसके अंदर में गिनना चाहिए। आज अगर ई लाइब्रेरी नहीं हो और सब जगह बुक्स ही बुक्स हो, उसके लिए कागज के लिए जो एक इतने पेड़ों की बलि देना पड़ती है कागज के लिए, वो सब चीजें इस ई लाइब्रेरी की वजह से कम हो गई है। और आज के जरूरत के मुताबिक हर चीज एक ही जगह उपलब्ध हो जाती है। एक क्लिक करने के ऊपर ई लाइब्रेरी में जिस विषय में चाहिए, जिस पुस्तक की चाहिए, उसकी सबकी जानकारी मिल जाती है। मैं आप सबका बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय
बहुत
हिंद,
बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
वंदे मातरम।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। मैं
you,
डॉक्टर
madam. Thank
गायत्री
you.
पलोट, मैं डॉक्टर गायत्री पलोट
Okay, thank
आप
you.
सभी का एक बार पुनः आभार और साधुवाद ज्ञापित करना चाहती हूँ। आशा करती हूँ कि महाविद्यालय में इस प्रकार के आयोजन आपके सहयोग से निरंतर होते रहेंगे। इसी आशा के साथ मैं अब कार्यक्रम की विधिवत समाप्ति की घोषणा करती हूँ। धन्यवाद सर, आप सभी का धन्यवाद।